Hey guys, and welcome to our new series of videos, Star Wars Comics. So, I am a long-time fan of the Star Wars comic book universe. The fact that it is all canon is super exciting to me, and with the release of this new timeline, starting with the High Republic, we thought now would be a great time to start covering each release. So, let's get into it.
For my ally is the Force.
So the issue begins with a complete timeline of the current timeline, extremely handy if you are confused by where anything fits in. As you can see, this High Republic era is right at the very beginning. The next page then reveals the classic text scroll introduction, giving a little setup to the story. The galaxy is at peace, ruled by the glorious Republic and protected by the noble and wise Jedi Knights. As a symbol of all that is good, the Republic is about to launch Starlight Beacon into the far reaches of the Outer Rim. This new space station will serve as a ray of hope for all to see. But just as a magnificent renaissance spreads throughout the Republic, so does a frightening new adversary. Now the Guardians of Peace and Justice must face a threat to themselves, the galaxy, and the Force itself. Page 1 then introduces who I'm assuming is the new protagonist for this series. Her name is Keeve. This story begins with her attempting to meditate while she is being distracted by this small flying creature named Canry, who, whilst being very innocently funny, is rather distracting. Keeve tells Canry to leave just as another creature with a blue lightsaber crashes into the scene. The two fight while exchanging some seemingly playful insults before the creature informs Keeve that she needs to work on her lateral sweep, revealing that he is her master and that she is a Padawan learner. Keeve states that he should be recovering from his accident. From what we can see, the Jedi Master only has one arm. She tells him that she should be preparing for her Jedi trials, to which he responds, "Why do you think we are here?" We then have a full title page introducing the story. We then see the Jedi Master showing Keeve a group of millennia-old tall needles, which many people have failed to climb. He tells her that he hung a Tythonian pendant at the top of one of them, and her objective is to get to the top and retrieve the pendant without falling. Beginning her task, Keeve is again being distracted by Canry. She falls as a needle snaps but uses her saber to save herself. Canry is then joined by a friend, Lekaki, before these huge bug-like aliens burst through the needles. Next, we are introduced to some new characters on the Starlight Beacon. The one states that they are only 9 hours from the dedication of the facility and are still yet to choose a marshal for it, to which Master Chris responds by stating that she can see he is worried. He replies that he is worried as Skia has not been the same since his accident, and not just because of his arm, revealing that Keeve's master is Tangoshan and that his arm will grow back. The conversation is interrupted by Grandmasters Veta and Yoda. Master Chris asks if Yoda has finally returned to the Jedi Council, to which Yoda responds that a different path he walks, as the Force leads. I apologise, but my Yoda impression is not good and I won't offend you by attempting it. Then Master Veta offers the position of Marshal of the Beacon to Master Chris. Back to Keeve and Canry, we see that Lekaki has already died. Keeve has a moment to decide if she will save the city of Canry's kind or go after the pendant, if it's even still up there. She then takes off in a ship, flying away from Master Skia. While fighting the aliens, she speaks with Starlight to try and discover what the creatures are and where they came from. It's then revealed that they are star locusts named Ridadi. Keeve then reaches out into the Force to try and discover their goal. It turns out that they follow a magnetic pulse of a star in the next system, but something has interfered with its signal, Starlight Beacon. She then rigs her vector ship to replicate the signal of Starlight and leads the Ridadi away. The frequency of the beacon is then changed to avoid further interference. After setting the vector to autopilot and jumping out, Canry asks if her master is going to be angry with her, to which Keeve responds, "No, vectors are easy to come by, but a Zimpi city is not." On the next page, it turns out that Master Skia is in fact quite mad at Keeve for losing the ship and demands that they return to Starlight immediately. Upon returning to the beacon, Keeve is apologising to her master for not completing her mission before he takes her to Master Chris. And when speaking to her, Keeve cannot stop herself from swearing. I guess in the Star Wars universe, the word crick is a swear word. When fearing for her punishment, Keeve is surprised when she is actually knighted as a Jedi Knight, revealing that the entire thing had been planned and was in fact her trial. We then see the dedication ceremony and all the Jedi raise their sabers in celebration, shouting for light and life. Finally then, on the last page, Master Skia walks through a door and begins screaming "No." We do not see what happened or what he can see, but I'm guessing it's not very good. Okay guys, that's it for issue 1. What do you think? Will you be continuing with this series? Personally, I thought it was okay, nothing spectacular, and nothing massively shocking in terms of lore or world building, but it seems like we have some pretty cool new characters on our hands and an interesting story to follow. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for all future videos covering these Star Wars comics, and of course, much more Star Wars history of and lore videos. Thank you all so much for watching, may the Force be with you, and I will see you next time on History of Star Wars.